Alrighty guys, let's go ahead and check everything's all working. I think we're all good, so we're ready to go ahead and begin with some more Dead Rising Modpack development stuff. So let's go ahead and get started, close all this stuff down. There we go, we're good. So greetings everybody, and welcome back to a little bit more dev work. So in the last episode, we were getting some new rocks and stuff into 7 days. So we're pretty much building assets for our new Modpack for some models I'm going to be working on, which is going to be going into this and into Fennec mod later on in A18. So it's pretty cool. We're kind of killing two birds with one stone here, but part of the stuff I'm working on in this episode is going to be trees. I figured out how to make them work. We had a bit of a hitch in the last episode trying to figure out how the hell you make the trees work. I figured it out. Thanks very much to Hyder. He helped me a lot on that. So let's go ahead and see who's here. We have Stephen Evans says, "Hi Max, great thumbnail, dude." Yep, that's me a 1 minute jobby thumbnail. Literally, I set it up in 1 minute and just went, "Yep, that'll do." It's very enticing. Will attract a huge audience as you can see. So yeah, good old thumbnail there. And we have Ellie the Enderman. Welcome to the stream. How you doing, Ellie? So let's go into Unity and I'll show you guys what I've been working on. So let's just ignore this thing, ignore this white thing here for now. That looks a little bit like I don't know. I don't want to say what this long-tailed, almost round-ended thing looks like. So yeah, let's just take this guy off just for a second, and I will show you guys what we've been working. So I've been working on adding new trees into 7 days. So let's go ahead and get a bit of a 3D view here, and I'll show you guys what we've been working on, so you guys can see. These are trees I built myself in Unity using their tree engine. So we've been working pretty much on some different types of trees. So this is the first one I've made. These are all going to be in game. So this is like a little kind of mapley looking tree. I don't know if it actually looks like a maple tree. It probably resembles closer to like it actually probably resembles close to a kind of a desert dead bush kind of plant, but still I'm just going to call it maple tree for whatever intents and purposes. Probably looks nothing like one, but shush. Yeah. So we got this guy. I've been working on this one. We've got number two. Looks like this. Let me go ahead and enable him so you can see. So number two is kind of a bit of a regular kind of bushy looking one. So got a bit of a longer trunk and then like a nice little thing at the top. So this one is number two, and I'll be making a few variants of different trees. You can actually use this to make like cactus and stuff like that as well. But for right now, I'll just go and show you guys what we've made so far, and then I can show you guys what I've been doing with the tree generator and how it works. So here's number three. This one is a shorter, stubbier one, and he has a couple of different branches. It looks similar to number two, but it's not quite the same. And then number four is like a double tree. Almost like a double tree. So number four is like this guy, and he has like a very low hanging branch like that, and it kind of comes off of that. So I've been pretty much making these assets all up in Unity, and just using some of the default things that come with it. So in this episode, we'll be working on making some of the bigger pine tree models, or the bigger maple tree models, I should say, which we can add into 7 days. So let's go ahead and just cancel this out. And we can actually, I can actually show you guys how this works. So, tree maple tall. Let's go and start working on this one. So this is going to be a tall maple tree. Now, yeah, ignore the fact that this looks like, some kind of I'll just go and say it. This kind of looks like a sperm cell. Ignore that. It's not going to look like that for long. Trust me. Nexus Reforged, welcome to the stream. Says hello. Probably comes into me talking about sperm cells. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. So what we're going to do is the tree generator is pretty easy to use once you kind of get to know how it kind of functions. So you have your main trunk and your root. So your main trunk and root, you get to specify what kind of seed you want. So it kind of defines the shape of the tree. It's randomly generated, and there's some nice ones here, kind of like that little curvy one actually. That looks pretty good. And it also has like things like ground offset, length of drill quality, things like that. A lot of this stuff we don't need to worry about because it's already preset for us into here. So we don't need to worry about that. So let's go and actually work on the trunk of the tree. So the trunk we can decide. Things like the growth scale, the growth angle. So if you want it to be like angled over, you can do that. You can kind of like make it lean if you want to, but I don't really want to. I kind of want to have it pretty much up. I'm going to do it like a little bit leaned, I think, just so we can make it look. Yeah, so it's kind of straight, but it looks a little bit leaned over. Here we go. So we're going to do this one, and then you can decide the length, the relative length and stuff, and then the important one is the radius. So we can make this slightly bigger if we wanted to. So it's going to be a tall tree, so I want it to be slightly larger. We're going to make sure it fits in that one block space still. Yes, it does. Looks pretty good. And then on this trunk here, we can also specify there's like on the bottom there. Oh, there's this one called crinkliness, which is pretty cool. If you want to make like dead looking trees, you can use this crinkliness one, which is pretty nice. Otherwise, it kind of goes dead straight. So let's kind of reset that back to what it was. So there's our crinkliness. And we're gonna do the flare radius. So the flare is the bit around the bottom of the tree. So if we do this, you'll see that the bit around the bottom gets bigger, which is pretty nice. So we're gonna do fairly large flare radius on this guy. And as you can see, it kind of grows out a little bit, although it kind of looks a little bit weird. So let's see, flare noise. We're going to turn down, so you can see it kind of generates different kind of shapes. So we're going to turn down the flare noise just a smidge, so it kind of evens out like this, or kind of didn't really do too much. Let's put it like here. Flare noise, flare height. We can actually adjust a bit as well because it's going to be flare, and then we can just turn down the radius a bit. So this is going to decide like what the trunk of our tree looks like, and then we can turn this down just a smidge like that. And then what we've got to do is kind of make sure it's, I guess, more central over the block. I think this will do. If it overlaps slightly, it doesn't really matter because trees can overlap a little bit on block spaces, and it won't throw a wobbly at you, so it's not too bad. So this is the start of our tree. So it looks pretty weird so far. It doesn't look like a tree at all, but we're going to work on that. So let's go ahead and add a new branch into this guy. So when you add a branch, it'll give you one branch like this. And you think, okay, it's only giving us one branch, but we want more branches, right? So let's go and turn up the frequency, and you'll see that it now adds and populates the tree with more and more branches, which is pretty cool. They're a bit odd, they're a bit big. We want to and they're all over the tree. We kind of want to adjust that. So let's go and change this to random to world, and then we can decide the growth scale and the Fibonacci number from this as well. So the world step we want to change to, let's change it to 8, I think. I think we can change this to 8. That might look pretty good because that'll make like an 8-point kind of tree like that. And then this would be good for like a pine tree actually. The world is very good for pine trees. I think actually I'm going to turn this down. I was thinking of 8, but then maybe we'll do 3. So I think 3 would look pretty nice because that makes like a six pattern. And then we can turn down the frequency just a smidge, like this. So I think I want this much in the tree. Yeah, that'll do for the branches, and then we can decide where they're going to be positioned. So if we go and use our curve here, this one will position it close to the top, which is kind of what I want. This goes even closer. This goes further to the bottom. So I kind of want them pretty close to the top. I kind of like this one. So straight is kind of like even, that's close to the top, and I quite like that. So we're going to go with this little preset right here and go from there. King Flame says, I've been playing Mortal Kombat, it is fun, but the lore is all wrong. How you doing, King Flame? Actually, I had to say, Mortal Kombat is a game I haven't really played that much. Should probably look into that, because it does seem like a pretty fun game. So why is the lore all wrong? Tell me about the lore and why it's so bad. I'm interested to hear. So maybe we'll change it to, maybe we'll just change it to random, see how random looks then, because random is pretty good sometimes. Let's see, let's generate a few more branches here, and then we'll generate some random seeds and see what happens. This one has kind of a nice, this one has quite a nice distribution of branches. Okay, I quite like that one actually. So world was nice, but it was too regular. Random it's quite a nice distribution. I might want to just check a little bit, see if there's any other decent ones. Okay, that one's, what's this one like? That's got a couple of low branches. Unfortunately, they're kind of like all over each other, which is the sucky part. Let's try. Oh, this one's nice. I like this one. We're gonna go for this one. So a bit of an odd shape. It's got like 2 low branches and then some higher ones, but this is fine. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna angle these a little bit. So we're gonna make these point upwards just a smidge, because trees like to point upwards when they angle their branches to the sun most of the time. And then we can reduce the length just a bit. So we'll reduce, and then we can set the maximum length higher. So minimum and maximum lengths will change. And then the radius, because these are branches, we're going to make a little bit wider. Like that. There we go. So a bit of a bigger radius, because these are going to be the main branches of the tree. We can go from there. Okay, so then let's add a little bit of crinkliness, just a bit. Because it's a tall tree, so as trees age, they get a little bit more crinkly. So a little bit of crinkliness like this. And then we're going to adjust it to point to the sun. So we want the branches to kind of curve upwards just a little bit. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to reduce the angle until they kind of get a curve to them, which is pretty nice. Let's have a look and see how it looks. That's not bad. I might check some more random seeds just to see. So maybe we're getting a little bit too much of the Seek Sun. So we'll reduce that just a bit. That's not bad. Let's look at some other random seeds. Or maybe we can increase the frequency. Let's see, if we increase the frequency, get a couple of lower branches and some high ones. Actually, that looks pretty nice, because then on the end of these, we can, especially this big long one, I think that's going to look pretty cool. All right, let's try that. Mortal Kombat is a fighting game, fun but hard. I know what the type of game is, but I was interested in, like, you're saying the lore was really bad in it, and I was interested to find out why. Okay, so this looks good. So this is our tree so far. So now we're going to add another set of branches. So on top of this branch, from this branch, we're going to have more branches coming out of it. So let's go and do that. So we're going to add, oh wait, that was the leaf one. We don't want that. Now this is going to look really weird, but you'll see it will get better. So let's go and remove the leaf one. We want a branch modifier. So on these branches now, we are going to turn this up by a long way. So let's turn this up by quite a bit, but then we're going to angle them so they kind of point upwards like this. Pretty nice. And then we're going to shorten the length by quite a way. And then we're going to change this one to, okay, this one can have the wall distribution. That's going to look a little bit nicer. There we go. So now you get some of these nice branches here, and then we can make this one seek the sun, so that'll point upwards and be a bit crinkly. Okay, so I like that. I like that term, crinkliness. So yeah, crinkliness kind of puts it all over the place. Seek sun kind of does that. Then we take it off, and as you can see now we have some pretty nice, realistic looking branches. So just from that we got a pretty good looking tree, and I'm quite liking that. I think I want to increase the trunk a little bit of the crinkliness in the trunk, just to make it less less smooth, right? So we're going to do that. So crinkliness in the trunk, let's go and just increase that just a smidge. How is that? Yeah, I like that. There we go. That's looking pretty nice now. So yeah, this is actually be a very good dead tree model as well. That looks like a really cool looking dead tree, but I think we're going to go ahead and keep that for the tree we want to make. So the last thing we're going to do is add leaves to this. So this guy, we're going to go ahead and add a leaf overlay to these branches. Now currently these are huge, but what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and increase the frequency of these. Now this might seem really weird, and you're probably thinking, why does this tree look like it's like covered in paper? You will see. Let's go ahead and change the distribution on this. Is going to be opposites. So it's going to take a little bit of time to kick in. And then we can actually start texturing this tree up and see how it looks. So let's go ahead and grab a leaf texture. So this guy we're going to click, and on the top left it will come up with all the texture I have. The leaf texture I'm using for all these trees is going to be this guy, which is Klein AT, so we're going to use that. Take a bit of time to kick in, but once it does it, you'll see now that we have a pretty leafy looking tree. That's looking pretty good. There we go. So we got the leaves on the tree now, and that looks pretty nice. However, I kind of want a little bit more distribution of leaves towards the end of the branches. Right now they're kind of like all over the branches. I kind of want them towards the end. So we're going to go ahead and do this guy, and we're going to readjust the curve to do this. And this one should move them towards the end of the branches, maybe a little bit less. Let's try that one. And that'll move them back down the branches a bit to the end. There you go. So now it kind of just puts the leaves on the end, so it kind of looks like a bit more of a... So if you don't want them like all over the branches and just towards the end, you can use that curve. And then it kind of looks a bit like it's got tufts of leaves. I quite like that. Quite like it. I don't know. Maybe we'll add more leaves. We can't add too many, because the more leaves you add, the more it will do bad stuff. So maybe we can increase the size of the leaves. So if we increase the max size to fill it out just a bit, like that. So then they have a distribution of sizes. That's looking pretty nice. I like it. I think that's going to be pretty good. So there we go. We have this nice looking tree. So the last thing we've got to do is sort out this white looking trunk and branches. So this is easy. We can now texture these. So we can go ahead and grab this guy. And I'm going to use bark 1. And then we're going to do the same to this guy. It's going to take a little bit of time to apply the textures, just because it's got to load it into every single branch. But once it does it, it should be fine. So we'll go bark 1 again for these. And then for this one, It's going to be bark 1 again. So let's go and do that. And there we go, guys. We have ourselves a completed tree model. I think that looks pretty nice. Let's see. So how's that looking? Yeah, that's now a completed tree model. The only thing we really have to do now is kind of center it just a little bit because it's currently kind of off center, and I want this to go kind of back where it belongs. So let's get our moving tool, and we're going to center this. That's centered at 0, 0, 0. I need to change this slightly. So it's the Z direction, I think. If I put that at 1, does that move it along? Okay, no, that doesn't move it along. That moves it upwards, I think. So X, 1 in the X direction. Okay, so we need to do like 0.2 in the X direction just to kind of get this centered on the block. It's slightly bigger than the block space, but that's fine. So there we go, guys. There is our tree. That's looking pretty nice. So that is one of our big maple trees, and we can get this ready for export now. So let's go ahead and grab this guy here. And all we're going to do is now we're going to drag him into our assets, and then he'll make a bundle like that. There we go. And then he is pretty much all done. And that is one of the bigger maple trees all made. So that's a pretty nice large maple tree. I quite like that. That looks more like an oak tree though, but still, it's a nice one to begin. So let's go ahead and make another one. So now you guys know how the tree gen works. We can go ahead and duplicate this guy. Now the one problem is you can't just use the tree model you had and generate new ones. You have to delete the tree and start again, which is really sucky, but that's okay. We're gonna now call this tool 02. We're gonna delete this one, and that will break the asset, but that's fine. And then from here, we're gonna go add a new 3D object, and we're gonna make a new tree. Here we go. And then this will add our new tree model into here, which is fine. That's exactly what we want. And then we can go ahead and see about doing a second one. So let's go ahead and hide this tree because we don't need this guy now, and we can see about doing another one. So we'll hide this guy because we don't need you anymore. We don't need you anymore. And let's make another tree. So here's our tree. Let's go ahead and what happens if we like really turn up the crinkliness of this thing? That looks like more like an oak tree. What if we do lots of crinkliness and lots of like point to the sky? I want to see how that kind of affects it. Wow, that's really, really crinkly. Doesn't quite work. Okay. But we can adjust where the crinkles are as well if we want to do that. We can do maybe, what does this one do? So that means the crinkliness will only be towards the end of the branch, or we can have the crinkliness towards the start. That's quite nice. I like that one. I think I kind of like the linear one, and then we can kind of adjust from here. So that'll straighten it, and then if we kind of do this, it'll add the crinkles at the bottom. But I kind of like that where it's kind of straight like that. Yeah, I think we'll go with that. So kind of a little bit crinkly at the top. Yeah, we'll use that as our base trunk. There we go. So this is our trunk, and yeah, it's actually, oh wow, it's got a bit of like a twist at the top. This is like a wizard tree. Okay, this is gonna be pretty cool. Let's try it. Let's try this. Deception says that you would have to play Mortal Kombat games that came before to understand. I know so much about the characters due to Mortal Kombat. Oh, I see. Okay, so like to understand that lore, you kind of have to really, really have like a good understanding of all the game. Which, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, so here's our first tree. Let's add a branch. So we're going to add one branch, a new one. Okay, so this guy is coming off the side here. Why don't we make this a triple tree? That I think that'd be pretty cool. So this guy we can add crinkliness to it. So let's go and do that. So crinkliness. So we'll make it seek the sun, but then we're gonna add an extra lot of crinkle to it like this. Actually, that's probably a bit too much crinkle. That's okay. We can turn it down, and then we can make you seek the sun like that. Yeah, that'd be a pretty nice dead tree. And I want 2 of these, so let's just change that up to 2. And then I want to decide where these are going to be. I kind of want a seed where they're both at the bottom. Let's see if we can get one. Let's see. Oh, I just had one then. I just had one and I saw it. Where was it? That one's good. Kind of going through each of these and see how we can do it. Ah, there we go. That one is... Oh, that one there is right at the bottom. I like that. I actually like that. I want to make that bottom one a little bit higher, but I quite like that one there. So let's go and adjust the crinkliness curve as well. So crinkliness. I love that word, crinkliness. Okay, so we can do that. Maybe this one. Yeah, maybe that one to make it smoother at the base. Yeah, so it matches kind of the other style that we had. Yeah, let's do that one. That one's good. So that's now got the crinkliness factor there, which is pretty nice. But yeah, that's got like a nice double part at the base, and I think that's going to look really nice. King Clean says, "Good night, folks. I'm working overtime work. Need to get some sleep." No worries, dude. Thank you so much for coming along. Hopefully, I'll see you very soon, dude. So bye for now, and have a good night. Okay, so then we can adjust the length a little bit. So we can reduce the length here of these kind of sub branches, and then increase the radius. So then radius is going to be a little bit fatter, because you know these are main branches, so we can make it a little bit fatter like that. It's pretty cool. But yeah, these make good dead trees as well. So some of these crinkly ones you can make. These make good for horror games as well. So then break chance, wind. That's fine. We don't need to worry about that. So now we've done that, we can go ahead and add our next set of branches, the smaller ones. So let's add a branch group to these, and then we're going to turn up the frequency by a long way on these, and then we're going to change this model so that they appear closer to the top of the tree, maybe like there. There you go, that looks pretty good. So yeah, these are all random. Let's generate some random seeds, see what we get. Which one do I like? Yeah, because I want it to be like high up on the tree, so we're going to actually change it to this one so that you kind of see the lower parts of the branch first before it gets higher. So we're going to do that. That looks nice. And then from here we can go ahead and make it point to the sun. So let's do that. So growth scale. We're going to do growth angle. We want to make them kind of point upwards like this. And then seek sun, turn a little bit. Crinkle level, a little bit, not too much. There we go. So that's pretty cool. But then you see we have a problem. Our main branch up here does not have these extra things. So what we're going to do now is going to get this guy, and we are going to duplicate him. And we're going to then make him a stem of this guy right here. And then we're just going to reduce the frequency just a bit. So then the frequency we can turn down so that only some of the top areas have those, and then we're going to reduce the length by a little bit because these are close to the top of the tree, and then a bit more seek sun on these. So seek sun, make you guys kind of do that. There we go. And now we have a nice little set of looking branches here, which is awesome. So then to these, we can add our leaves. So let's go and do that. Yes, this looks good. This looks like a nice looking tree. Very nice looking tree. But yeah, we could definitely use this as a dead tree as well if we wanted to make a dead tree asset, which I will be doing as well to add variants to the burnt forest at some point. But for now, let's go and work on the leaves. So leaves, we're going to go and do. Let's go and put the texture on first. So let's get our leaf texture on first, because that makes it a lot easier to kind of scale it. Because seeing those flat bits of paper does not make it easy to scale. So let's try this. So let's let that do its thing. So how's that looking? Okay, so that's looking good. So from here, we are going to increase the frequency a little bit and the size. So have a lot of different sizes like that. And then easiest thing to do is to make these work here. We just copy this guy. So we'll make a copy of you, And then once it's done that, it's going to take a while because it has to generate all the leaves. Once we've done that, we'll go and swap it to you. And then you can see we got a very tall, mapley looking tree. This one is a pretty nice little model right here. Probably add these in these asset store as free assets or something like a few free trees would be pretty nice for people to download and use as they like. Okay, so then we can then apply the bark textures to these. So bark number 1. It's going to take a little bit of time. Then we got to do this to all the branches here. I wish you could do it together. There probably is a way you can do it all together, but I don't know of such a way. So we're just going to settle with one at a time for now. As I said, I'm new to Unity, not a power user, so this is it. So there's 3. And I guess what we can do is we can load them into the game and test them out, because I think that would be pretty cool to see what they look like in game. 3. And then we might need to make some changes like to the wind and stuff like that, so that they actually blow in the wind and don't blow too much in the wind. Okay. Is that going to do it? Oh, hang on. I think my... Oh, that's set to not view. View it. There you go. That's it. And then we have this big tool guy here, like that, which is looking very nice. So how tall is this? Let's go and check in our tool here. So that's 10. So yeah, it's about 10 blocks tall. So in our multi-block dims, we're going to have to set it as 10 tall. So let's go ahead and first of all, before we do anything, we're going to move this above the wind zone. Now, this is the important thing. When you set your tags in here, instead of being untagged or tmesh B, for the trees, it's actually tdeco. This is what Hyder said to use, and it works. It's tdeco. And I also set the tdeco on this one as well, just to be absolutely sure I'm getting the right thing. And after you do that, your collision box should be on the parent, not on the tree. So when you add your collider, which I've added you can just see these green lines here. This is a cylindrical collider. I add this collider into the parent of the tree and not the child of the tree, because otherwise it doesn't work. So that's how I do it. So then we can go ahead and do this guy, and you can be put down here with the rest of my assets. Okay, so let's go build a bundle of assets and see what this is like in game. So these guys, all of you, can now be built into an asset bundle. So let's go and do that. So we're going to go and build an asset bundle from selection, track the dependencies there, and we're going to just call it tree models.unity 3D, overwrite our previous one because we're just adding to it. So let's go and build that bundle, and then we'll see what it's like in game. And hopefully it's going to be pretty cool. There might be some like heavy wind effects on it and stuff that we'll have to look at, but other than that, I think it's going to be pretty nice. And some of these trees are going to be really tall as well. So I think these are going to be some nice trees. I don't know how it's going to perform in the game. It might be good or it might lag the game. I'm not too sure. So we will go ahead and see. Okay. So once we got that done, let's go into our XMLs. Okay. And after this, we're going to do a special type of tree. But for now, we want to go into our XMLs, which are, where's my notepad file? So we're going to go to desktop, DMT, no, we want mods, here we go. And this is my test mod. Then into configs, into blocks, we're going to add these into here. So we've got tree maple 3, and then we've got tree maple 4. There we go, and then we're going to do that tree models Unity 3D maple 04. There we go. So there's our 4 maple trees there. So those are the first 4 I've done, and then we need the tool variant as well. So we're going to go block name equals tree maple tool base and block, and then we're just going to extend extends, and then value is going to be tree maple base, and then property name equals multi-block dim, value equals 1, 10, 1. So this means it'll be a 10 meter high tree. Is pretty much how it's going to be. So that will then take all this stuff and then apply it into here. And then also we want to get the harvest count up and the material. So we want, let's do this one. So I think we need to change the material. Brush name is material, and then that's going to be M-tree wood. I think it's M-tree wood hard. But let's go and look in the blocks here. So this is the vanilla blocks file. So that's the small oak. So it's called oak one prefab. So it's wood medium. Wood large is that one, and then we have wood full. Okay, so medium, large, full. That makes sense. So this is going to be wood large. So it's going to have 900 health, these trees. That pretty much decides how much health it has. And then we want to give this more wood as a harvest as well. So let's go ahead and grab these guys, and then let's add a drop event, because this will save me having to do it for each new tree. And then we can go ahead and add our tool trees into here as well. So then we're going to go, actually I could probably just grab this one and then copy this twice, and then that's going to be tree maple 01 tool, and that's going to be 02 tool. So we're going to add these entries in. Tree maple 02 tool, and that's going to be tree maple tool base. Okay, and I think tree maple tool base and tree maple tool base. Okay, let's just extend from that. Tree maple tool. So it says in tree master. Tree maple tool base. Just make sure. Let's see. Do I have tree maple? No, I don't have the towel one. That was just a typo coming up. Okay, so that should be fine. And then we just have to set the model on this. So that's going to be maple 01 tool. And it's going to be maple 02 tool. And this should allow it to show in the file. There we go. So we'll save that. And I think we are ready to go. So this is the XML is now done. So we have the maples, maples medium. So then it's going to be maples tool. There we go. So tree maple base. Yep, so we've got two tool maples. We can separate this out just a bit. There we go. So yeah, here's our trees, maples tool. I think that's all good. So we got 01 tool, 02 tool. Make sure it's called that in Unity. Tool 01, tool 02. Oh yeah, it's called tool 01, tool 02 in this other file. So we just got to swap the numbers. Maple tool 01 and maple tool 02. There we go, save that. Right, let's go and open DMT and do our modding stuff. So here we go. So we're going to go to desktop again, DMT, launch this guy. This is pretty much like the new version of SDX. So we're going to launch this guy. All the mods are loaded. Let's build it. So this is building all the modlets together. And let that compile everything. And the pack is ready to go. So I think we're ready to launch this thing. We might have a crash or two at the start, because sometimes when I load a world, it will go ahead and crash. But, you know, that's a normal thing. It's fine. These things happen. Especially to me. The game's just like, nope, you fail. Crash. Okay, here we go. So let's go for a new game. But I've got loads of modding worlds here. Let's call it modding 7. And that will be fine. Begin! And let's see. So we've done well. We've made two trees so far. We have to test them all out, make sure they're interactable. And all that good stuff. But hopefully they are. Alright, so loading game data. Hopefully we don't get any red text. Initializing world. Okay, that's good. Okay, no red text so far. No red text so far. We're doing okay. Okay, so the game hasn't completely fallen over. Creating player, building environment. Okay, we might have done it. Yes! Success. Alright. Okay, so I think I'm like right on the edge of the burnt biome or something. Oh no, I'm in the forest. Okay, so this will be a good place to actually test out our maple trees. So let's go to creative mode. And let's go to tree maple. Here you go. So this is our tree. So tree maple 01, 2, 3, 4, tall, and 2 tall. There you go. Let's go ahead and drop all these because we don't need those. Alright, so tree maple 01. Let's see. How's this? How's the wind on that? Pretty slow. Might need to adjust the wind values a bit, but yeah, it is moving very slowly. Pretty nice. So there's our first maple tree in game. So that's what that one looks like. Tree maple 02. Let's see what this looks like. Actually, this fits in this forest biome pretty nicely. Okay, tree maple 02. What's that like? Okay, so yeah, this one's got a bit more blowiness on it. Yeah, this guy is definitely blowy. You can see him moving quite a lot. So I might need to look at the wind zones on these. I'm guessing all of these other ones have really blowy wind zones. Yeah, this one has a very blowy one. So this is Maple 03. Let's see. So yeah, Maple 03 looks a little bit weird in game, but I think some of these are. I don't know. Some of these are actually blowing quite a bit as well, so that's not too bad. But yeah, they're moving a little bit too much. But that's okay. It's worth a shot. And Maple 04. Oh yeah, this guy's moving a ton. Yes, I need to adjust the wind zones on each of these, but there we go. There's Maple 04. It's pretty nice. So yeah, these are pretty nice ones. Let's test the. Oh wait, no, Maple. Let's test the tall ones. So this is a. Let's move along and test a tall maple tree. Oh yeah, this one's got a really big wind effect on it. So let's put you here. There's one of the tall ones. Pretty nice. The shader's a little bit weird, but it's pretty nice. Yeah, I just had to adjust the wind zone because those leaves are like going crazy, which is fine. It's what I expected. And then tool 02. Yeah, this whole branch is like blowing that, which is like that's not right. that ain't right. But still, there's Mayflower too. So yeah, these trees are moving a lot. Like the trees up there, I can see moving. That's fine because like it's meant to be blowier, but still, those look pretty nice and they fit pretty well. I think. I don't know. What do you guys think of the maple trees? I think they actually look pretty good. We just have to adjust a few things. Hang on, let me just take this off, make sure this is all working. We just had to adjust the wind because this is like blowing it way too much. Like you can see the bough in the tree is slightly too high. And these leaves are going mental. The way we had the first one, like this one here, is probably the perfect example of how it should be. Just moving very slightly like that, and that looks very good. So I need to adjust the wind zones, but that looks pretty good. So there's all our maple trees in game, and I think they look pretty damn nice actually. Definitely liking some of these tall. Definitely liking this tall one here. Like the texture is a little bit grainy. I might need to improve the texture mapping on that because it's a little bit too compared to like this tree over here, which has more detail. This one looks a bit washed out, so you can see it's a bit blurry. So I need to have a look at these tall ones to see if I can sort them out a little bit. Because yeah, these look very blurry as you can see compared to the others. Although they still look nice, they still look a bit blurry. So I need to rebuild the axis. Well, that tree looked like a headbanger. I know, right? Says James Jones says, great job on the trees. Thank you, dude. Yeah. So yeah, some of these trees look like a headbanger. That one especially, like, he's going crazy on the wind zones. So I had to readjust those. But there we go. We've got everything done here. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back out into Unity. We're going to rebuild these tree assets with the better wind zones. So this wind zone, I think I adjusted. I don't know if these ones have copied it over as well. This one. No, these have the same settings. So I might need to turn these down by like a good amount. Because yeah, these wind zones have all the same settings. So I think it just comes to a matter of repositioning said wind zones for the other trees. Because I managed to get this one to work without blowing about all over the shop. So this one I have to, yeah, these ones I probably had to readjust a bit so that they are a bit more out the way. So maybe I need to put the wind zone higher, so it only gets the higher branches. So maybe we'll try this. We'll try moving the wind zones up to like higher up on the trees and see if that does anything. So we'll move all these up. Okay. Oh, I'm moving that one back. Come back here. Okay. So yeah, they don't need to be like perfectly accurate. It's just like just enough so we can see what's kind of going on. So kind of move you in line a little bit. There you go. So this one can go over here. So yeah, well, it'll be a bit random, and then we'll rebuild these. Then all we had to do is just rebuild the wind zones. I really should just use this tool, shouldn't I, to do that? So yeah, we'll build up all the wind zones, see how that works. So that should actually be renamed to tree maple tool. Yeah, these should be renamed actually. So that should be tree maple tool 02. There we go. Yeah, just rename that asset a bit. Doesn't really matter at the end of it all, but still. Just want to make sure. So then this wind zone can come up here. So yeah, if we move these wind zones up, it might make it a little bit easier to see. And let's see what the wind zone is like on this. Let's see what the settings for the wind is like on these, because I probably have to copy those. So main wind is 0.5 on this one. And I set main wind 0.21, 0.239 and 0. So yeah, 0.239 and 0.5. So let's go and check that on the other ones. Make sure those are the same. So it'll be on this branch here. So here we go. This will be why. Be these guys here. So let's go. Let's just put those to like 0.2. So yeah, the wind stuff here is like much stronger. So yeah, let's turn this like way down, because we definitely need to do that. So yeah, the wind zones have got to be turned down. So tree maple 03. So let's go and turn all these down. So tree maple 03 will work on this branch here. There we go. So 3. So that's probably another thing that's doing it, is these wind. It's how it's interacting with the wind zones, I think, is what's doing it. So we have to do, for this one, we have to do both branches here. So turn these down. There you go. You need to go down as well. And then on this branch over here. This one is a bit of a laggier tree. That's fine though. So we'll turn these down. This should hopefully allow it to interact better. So that's something I have to make sure I do, is interact with all the wind zones and make sure those are turned down. And then we probably have to do it on this branch here as well. This one was a bit more of a complex tree. So let's make sure these are turned down by a good amount. Okay, so that one. Then we've got this one, tool 01. So wind zone is for this guy. There we go, so that one. And then finally for this guy, we can do the same. So this guy, we had to do it on this branch and the other branch. Actually, no, it's just on this branch, isn't it? Because the other one controls all these. So this one and this one. That should fix it, I think. I think with a combination of all that put together, it should now fix our problems. Yeah, I think that should do. So then we need to turn all these back on and then re-export these guys. So let's go and pretty much just redo all the trees in Unity here. So return these all on, just so that we can export them with the assets. Okay, so here we go. Turn those back on. So then we're going to go ahead and delete these trees from the asset folder here, because we no longer want those, because these are the old ones. So cannot do this action. Off you go. Right, and then we go and grab all these guys, and we put them. Oh yeah, we have to do it one at a time. I forget that. So you got to do 1, 2. Yes, you have to do it one at a time. Unfortunately, I don't think there's a way. I don't think there's a way you can do them all together. which is kind of sucky, but now I know what's going on with the wind stuff, I can adjust accordingly. There we go. And those are all done, and then we'll rebuild our asset bundle. So let's go and do that. So build the asset bundle again, and tree models, save that and overwrite. Let that do its business. There we go. So you can now overwrite these guys and do whatever else you need to do. Very good. And then we're going to go into DMT, rebuild it, package it all up again, and then we'll re-enter that world we just entered and see what the wind is like now. So that's done, and let's play. Let's see how this works. Hopefully, gonna be pretty good. We will see. So continue now. Right, we might get a crash here. Sometimes we do. When it loads game data, for some reason it likes to crash on me. It seems to be a 17.4 thing. I've never had this happen before, and it seems to be like with modlets. With just vanilla, it's never happened, but with modlets it does. So I don't know if that's any other modlets causing issues, like the yellow text or anything like that. But we'll see. No crash, no crash, no crash, no crash, no crash, no crash. Yes! Initializing world. Done. Alright, got to get that streamer fluid. Okay, let's see. How's it looking now? Oh wow! If anything, that's got worse. That did not have the desired result that I intended. So yeah, this one here's all good. But yeah, these ones, I don't know. I don't know what's up with these ones. Yeah, they really. Yeah, looks like the branch like stretching, which actually looks really funny, but still. Well, how's the bottom of this one now? Ah, no, look, the bottom of this one is now no longer going like completely mental. So that's something. And what was that other really tall one we had? There's another tall one. Hang on. It was this one, wasn't it? Yeah, this guy. Yeah, so the bottom of this one is no longer going really mental. Like, it's moving a bit, I think. Yeah. Okay, so I think we have to turn down the wind zones on everything. Because, yeah, I've noticed that the bottom of this is not going so crazy anymore. So, yeah, I think we have to rebuild this and turn down the stuff on everything. Amanda, welcome to the stream. Danny Robinson and Ricky, welcome to the stream, guys. How you doing? Thank you guys so much for popping in. So, yeah, the tree models now... Yeah, so we need to just do the rest for the other branches as well. I think that's what we need to do. Just do the rest for the branches, and that'll solve it now. So yeah, I think we just need to turn down winds on everything. So in these branches here, so Maple 02. So how do we do it with Maple 01? I think Maple, yeah, because Maple 01 only had this middle branch, it didn't matter so much. Whereas in Maple 2, we have this branch as well. Yeah, so we have to do it with the top branches too. So let's go ahead and do that, because this will stop the leaves from like going everywhere. So let's go and repackage all these then, and we'll turn down the stuff in these top branches. So main wind. So yeah, because that did work for the... I did notice that with the big branch, it did work for that. So it's funny, because wind can affect different branches separately. So it's interesting how that works. So this one, we already did, so we just have to do these top two. So main wind, and that wind, wind turbulence. And this one, main wind and turbulence. Turn those down. So I think once we do that, it's just an extra step we have to do in each one. Then we have the tool tree. So this one only has one wind zone to turn down, which is nice. So this one, and then we have the tool 02. But yeah, then we're going to be working on a very special tree, which I'm going to have to find some textures for. So we might have to browse the asset store to find some nice textures. But I have a nice idea for a special tree. Actually, it's not my idea, but it's someone very close to my heart's idea, who I love very, very much, and who is very, very awesome. And you guys know who I'm talking about, surely. You guys must know who I'm talking about. I hope you guys know who I'm talking about. Okay, there we go. So we'll get those guys down, and that's got to go down a bit more. Okay, There we go. Let's rebuild these assets again. So delete those guys, that's fine. And then we'll go ahead and rebuild each one of these in turn. Yeah, it would be nice if there's a way to kind of drag it down, but there is not. You just kind of have to drag it in and hope for the best. But once we get this right for the first few, it should be much easier for the last few. Okay, that's fine. And we can now go ahead and re-export those as our asset bundle. So build asset bundle from selection. Not that one. We want trees, Unity 3D. Tree models already exists. Yes, do it. Do it now. Get to the assets. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. There we go. And now we can go ahead and rebuild everything. So DMT, build it. I said build it. If you build it, they will come, they said. Okay, so do that one. And run. Let's see. Let's see now if the wind effect is done. We need a windy gum tree that drops, well, drop bears max. It says Ricky, that'd be funny. And Dennis says, it's going good, thank you. Excellent, dude. I'm glad it's going well. Let's see. So Amanda says, Daniel, hey bro, how's it going? And hey Ricky, good to see you. So how you doing, Amanda? Thank you so much for popping in. Okay, so continue game. Right, hopefully we don't get a crash. Let's hope to God we don't get a crash. Well, if we do, it'll be fine. We just restart. It's like once every 3 or 4 times I load the game that will crash out. Let's see, loading game data. Right, I need some more streamer fluid. There we go. Okay, there we go. Rig it a zombie spawn box in the tree. The wind blows, you get drop bears. That'd be pretty cool. Maybe the baby bears could drop from trees. That'd be hilarious. Okay, how are we doing now? Okay, right. Hold on a second, right. So how are we looking now? So, well, now the branches are still, but the leaves still have the wind on them. So, even with all that said and done, how nuts are the leaves going in the other trees? Well, the other trees of these are going pretty nuts as well, but not quite as nuts as that. Like that's a bit ridiculous. So yeah, the other leaves are still moving a bit, but these are slightly too much. So for these, I think we need to just turn down slightly, not too much, just slightly to get the idea. But yeah, that's looking better now. Now at least the whole trees aren't going everywhere. It's literally just the leaves now. So yes, that is now looking better, much better. Bear plus tree plus giggles. Yep, that'll be something. Okay, so we just have to do this to all the leaf models now to turn those down. So come out of here, let's go back into Unity once again. So yeah, so you do have to do it literally to every node on the tree. Okay, so we're learning, guys. This is like my first kind of foray into doing this stuff. So we'll turn main wind down to here. Yeah, 0.2 and 0. Something will be fine. Let's go and do this on these leaves as well. There we go. And then we can, yeah, we'll keep these slightly higher values because, they're leaves, so they're easier to be pushed by the wind, right? So that makes sense. So we've got main wind, this one. It's pretty cool, though, that you can do all this. I think that's really cool. And then we got this one, main wind, turbulence. There we go. So yeah, this is gonna be everything we need. So then this one just has the one leaf there. So there's not too much extra work to do. Just literally a lot of copy paste work is all. So that one can turn out a little bit more. So yeah, you can see that it affects every node separately, including leaves as well. I thought like turning down the main one would kind of subdue the leaves a bit, but it does not. Okay, so that one and that one. Same with this guy. 1, 2. There we go. Perfect. Right. So again, delete, re-export, and we should be good. So these guys, Goodbye. Delete. And then we have to drag all those back in again. I'm not sure if you actually have to do that, like take them out and put them in again, but I do it just for like precautionary measures, so I know that I'm definitely getting a new asset bundle each time. There we go. And then export as an asset bundle. And this, hopefully, should fix it. So build asset bundle, tree models, save. Yes. Overwrite. Overwrite, update, and off we go. You could pretty much make like a Whomping Willow tree with this, with the wind zones, which would be pretty funny. Rick says, "Would these be a tie say into profession? The used and dyes, aka tailoring for new color clothing or for paints." We could do that for something. And it says, "Max, can you do roses?" I can try. I need to find like some textures for rose petals and things, but I think that would be possible to do. You could probably use this tree model thing to do flowers, because essentially a flower is just a small tree. You have a stem, and then the petals are like the leaves in a certain pattern. So yeah, I might be able to do something like that. Could be worth a shot. Maybe I'll give that a go at some point. Right, so that's all the trees done. Asset bundles exported. Mod is being updated. And once we've got that done, we should be good to go. Dun 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 dun. Haha! Play. Alright, so start up 7 days again. Let's see how this looks now. So continue. Start, and let's see what happens here. Hashtag the Dunkel Rose. Nice. The Dunkel Rose. Could be pretty cool. But yeah, I think you could probably do roses. You could probably do things like the purple flowers you find in the forest. You could probably do things like that. Would probably be applicable with things like that too. If you had like individual petal textures and stuff you could use, that would probably go a long way to doing that as well. So yeah, there's probably a few things you can do, which would be pretty cool. So let's load the world, initializing world. We got past the crash zone. There we go. How are we doing now? Okay, if anything, I think that made it more crazy. Hang on. So what did I do for this one that didn't make the leaves go mental there, but makes them go completely nuts on these trees? That's something I really had to figure out. Because yeah, this one is, once again, the branch is moving a hell of a load. Whereas this one is not. So yeah, I really had to figure out what's going on with those. Because that one, I did something with that one that worked. It only moves like a little bit. Yeah, I really need to figure that out. Because something is going a bit crazy there. Because the leaves are going like all over the shop. And it doesn't look right. Maybe I need to reduce the size of the leaves. Oh yeah, like you can see there's some weird issues here. Like this guy is kind of detached. So there are some weird issues that I have to look into. Maybe reducing the size of the leaves would make it look a little bit more. Yeah, because as you can see, the big leaves move more, right? Yeah, the bigger the leaf is, the more it kind of moves all over the shop. Whereas the small leaves on this one, so yeah, small leaf models tend to move less. This one is only using small leaf models, and this one's like perfect. I don't know how I got this one so perfect, and the other one's not. I don't know. Because it's using all the same wind zone and everything. But there we go, it's something. And the trees are flipping out, says Mitchell. I know, right? They're going crazy. It's like, we don't want to be added into this game full of zombies. No, you can't make us. Don't do it. Okay. Because yeah, these branches are kind of going a bit crazy sometimes with the high winds. Okay, hang on. Weather. Hang on. Weather health. What commands do we have for this? Processing weather command. Help weather, maybe? Weather. Do we have like the wind control? Normalize rain, wet, snow, clouds, temp, fog. No, we don't have wind control in the weather. I was going to say, maybe it's just because it's very windy here. But yeah, I need to see what's going on with those leaves though. So let's go and see if smallifying the leaves and making some changes to them would work. Because yeah, I need to figure out what the hell I did to this one that made it work. The wind zone on this, because I don't think I even set the wind zone on the leaves here, did I? Or did I? Yeah, I did. I set it really low. They also have edge turbulence as well. I must have done something here then. Ah, that'd be what I did. The leaf type is different. 302, let's see. The leaf type is tri-class. These ones are set to billboard. So I set that to try. Then the edge turbulence can be turned down. Because, yeah, okay, so yeah, I set these like really, really low. So maybe doing that will fix it. Let's try doing this. It might make the trees look a little bit different, but I'm willing to try anything at this point. So that's set to tri-class there. So that's got to come down. Yeah, I set these really low, like really low. Edge turbulence. Okay, and then let's maybe lower them for the branches too, just a bit. It's like here. So this one is set to plain. Okay, so we'll set that to tri-class. And then we should get the extra option here now. Yes, these are still like way too high. There we go. So max wind or main wind is that. That's now tri-class. That one is tri-class. Tri-class. Yes, that's what I did. I set these to different values here. Tri-class. And then we can turn this down like by a long way. So I just thought when we had it would be okay, but it seems very sensitive. So we should try this instead. Okay, and then we got this one with one leaf on it. So change that to try. That'll go ahead and affect quite a bit of this tree, I think. We can probably turn the size down as well, because the size probably has a good deal to do with it. So if we turn the size down, but then the amount, no, doing that too much will cause way too many leaves. So size can go up a little bit. So it covers it, and then up the frequency just a smidge. No, size needs to cover it. Okay, yeah, we need to go a little bit better. Just so it covers the whole lot like that. That's it. So yeah, I think it's to do with this. Setting has to be like super low. Like it's that sensitive that the setting has to be super duper mega low. Okay, so we could try that maybe. And then this one. Oh, is this one not showing its leaves? Hang on. It needs to be open. There we go. And so this one needs to be tricross. And so this one. Tricross, triclass, whatever it's called. And then these guys can go down. So let's try just reducing everything here. Because there's some magical value that I've changed. I think it's to do with this one. I think it's edge turbulence that's only accessible from this class. So maybe that will do it. Okay, so I think actually we should just be able to rebuild these asset bundles now. Because it's already here, so we should now be able to do that. If not, I'll try exiting and re-entering it all and everything and see if that works. But we'll see if this works. And Matt, welcome to the stream. How you doing, dude? Thank you so much for popping in. It says, hi, Max. Hi, Matthew. Says, I'm going to play some Surviving Mars, I think, says Mitchell. Nice, dude. I hope you enjoy. Okay. That's that done. And then rebuild. And play. So yeah, lots of testing to get this just to sit right, you know? So that's fine. It is all good. And play. See, the trees might look a little bit different now because I set up different kind of leaf texture and mesh for everything, but that should be fine. Okay, continue game. Let's see how this is looking now. Hopefully, it's going to look pretty good. We shall see. Alright, so now that we got this in, let's see how we're looking. Mental trees or smooth trees? Okay, leaves are smoother. Branches are still crazy, but leaves are smoother. As you can see. It's just the branches now that's the problem. Okay, so that's done something. Now this one looks fine. So it's mainly the tool ones that are the problem. Let's see. Let's have a look at each model individually so I can kind of compare them. So model number 2. What's this one like? Game object has undefined tag. Okay. Is that a thing? It places it down fine. Okay, now. Okay, so I need to check what that tag is. Game object has undefined tag. So yeah, branches are going mental in this one. So yeah, that's fine. The leaves have calmed down. Okay, let's see. This one? Let's put a few of these down just to see. So I have to look for something in the second model. So yeah, it's just a tool one. So yeah, there's an undefined tag in the second one. Let's see what's wrong with that. So in the second one, Maple 02. See, that did work. So undefined tag. That's T Deco. So this one here. T Deco. No, undefined tag. Not sure what the undefined tag is in that one. Let's see. Is that a remaining tag for new ID? Renaming tab for new ID. I don't think so for the NRAs. Let me see. In my XMLs, Tree Maple 02 just extends Tree Maple Base, which extends Tree Master. So it should be tags and filter tags. Maybe it's in the filter tags. I need to add. Yeah, it might be adding filter tags. Hang on. Articles harvest destroy. No, these ones don't need like tags in those. So this should have the tags that it needs. Big decoration radius. So yeah, it's just a second one. Game object has undefined tags. So I'm not sure what's going on with that one. I mean, it's just the same as the other ones. I just made a tree and went from there. But yes, that would be something to consider. We have to turn down the turbulence on everything. So like, even more so, it's going to come like really low. The value's going to come like super low by the looks of things. So yeah, main wind can be turned down like by a very large amount here. So main wind on this one can go down to like this. Is this what I did on Tree Maple 1 as well? Main wind is on the branch here. Is it quite low? No, main wind is kind of set higher on the branch there, but that's fine. We'll turn it down as well. Well, I think yeah, we just have to turn it down on every. See, I'm not sure what the undefined tag in the game object is. That's something it should be defined because it's there. It's Maple 02, has T Deco. Maple 01 has T Deco. Maybe it's the wind zone that needs a tag as well. Let's see. Entity, finish, respawn, item, prefabs, entity car, monster, sun, shop, moon, missile, sky, world mesh, deco, TE, prefab, sub. Maybe I need to set it to sky? Maybe to set the wind zone to sky? That's the only thing I can think of. It would be like on the wind zone. Because everything else is defined. That's T deco, which is fine. That's the tag it has. This one has T deco as well. Oh, hang on. This is that might be the problem. It's got a closed off section here. That'll probably be why, because it's not rendering that section. Okay, so let's make sure the wind is set on this. So yeah, let's go and just set up all the winds on these to turn them down again. We'll go ahead and do that. So that's done. Make sure none of them have any hidden things going on here. So main wind we can turn down by quite a ways on each of these. So 4, it's really the 2 ones that have the issues though, so just got to see what's going on there. So yeah, these ones have relatively low wind anyway. So yeah, let's try and adjust for everything. So yeah, just like turn these down even more. But yeah, I think it's maybe the tool ones that have the issues. So tool 1, the wind zone, main wind we want to turn like way down to like here. So then these guys we can turn down by quite a hefty amount. And this one up here, again turned down by a pretty hefty amount. So I guess the taller and bigger the tree is, the more you have to turn it down to kind of compensate for the size, which makes sense, like a lot of sense actually. So turn that one down. So yeah, all these can be turned down to like an even lower level. So main wind. See, I had to remember these trees are scaled up as well, so little changes can do big things in a scaled up tree. So then that can turn down like by a good old ways. Takes a while to do it, mainly because like it has to like render everything, and I think kind of write some code under the thing, under the hood. I guess let's try that. And the main branch, main wind, I think we turned down already. Okay, I think that's it. Is that everything? Yep, I think so. Tree tool, that's what I just worked on. Okay, let's re-export them. Wind zone. Oh yeah, we can close that. I don't need to worry about that. Tree maple. And oh yeah, that's why it's done that. Okay, so re-export these. Build asset bundle. Do that. See what happens here. Yes, overwrite it. There you go. Top right. Yep, that's it. Not just a pretty face, chat, says Ricky. Do the ones you might have been inspected tagged correctly. Yeah, I think so. Top right. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I think they've all been. I think they've all been inspector tagged and everything like that. So hopefully now this will work, because it was only that one that had the weird game object issue. I think that's because it was hidden, and then it was like rendering invisibly, and then the game was like, what the hell's going on? It's like, this shouldn't be a thing. Play. Okay, let's see now. Okay, so continue game. Go into here. Might get some red text with entry. If we do, then, or if we get a crash, we'll just restart. But that's fine. So yes, Ricky is more than just a pretty face, according to him. Nah, Rick, you're awesome, dude. Okay. Let's see then. What is going on here? Hopefully, get something nice out of this. Alright, so build environment. What do we got? Okay, top branches are going pretty crazy. So which ones are going crazy? So this tree is pretty still. I don't know, I think it's honestly set by the length of the branches. But yeah, these ones are like going way past where they should be. So I think the main problem is the tall trees. Let's test each one out and just double check. Let's come over here. Put you down. So number 1. No issue. Number 1 is perfect. So number 2. No issues anymore. Good. Still going like absolutely crazy on those sides of things. Something in there is making it go crazy, and I don't know what. So number 3. Yeah, that one goes crazy. Number 4. So yeah, it's just these lower branches now that are moving. With the leaves we've solved. The leaves are no longer going absolutely wild anymore. This one has... Right, so that one now has a tag that's missing. Okay. So that one has a tag that's missing. So I'm guessing one of the tall ones has a missing... What could be missing in this one then? Because yeah, it's saying it's got like missing tags, but I'm not seeing anything wrong. So tree deco. Yeah, that's fine. That's all there. What wind zone is this for? That's for this one. Okay, so maybe I have to remove all these wind zones. Back down? I don't know. Or just remove the wind zone completely? I don't know. Not too sure. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so how can I move this wind zone back to where it should be? I think I've got to click on it individually, haven't I? Yeah, I do. So okay, let's move these back then to where I think they should be. So maybe the higher up the wind zone is, the more wind it causes to blow. So maybe if we move it lower, maybe if we move wind zones lower down. Let's try it. Let's try moving the wind zones down. That could do it. All part of the learning curve. Wind zone 5, because yeah, some of these are still going pretty nuts. I guess I could copy the wind zone from the first tree, but that's okay. I don't mind just moving these down individually. So this one. Okay, let's try. Yeah, we'll move them down kind of lower. So instead of the wind being up here, it's kind of blowing down here. So maybe then this will cause the top to move slower. Okay, so re-export and rebuild. Let's try that. Okay, so re-export. Build asset bundle. Here we go. Let's try that. Never know. I think just the timing of the rebound of the swing and the wind. My best friend is myself and my shadow Max. This is Ricky. So yeah, the timing on the rebound. It could just be that, yeah. It could be the timing on the rebound, but I'm really not too sure. So let's give it a try. Okay, so set those wind zones lower. Build it, play it. Hopefully there's something. Hopefully nothing will go wrong. I guess I'll restart the. Game here, but with a new. I'll start with a new world, I think. We'll go from there. So we'll go and call this one modding 8. Because at least it's a fresh world with nothing spawned in it. Start there. Then wherever we end up, we can just do some stuff, see what we get. Because yeah, the first tree we had like perfect, and I don't know how we did it. So it's just like, that one was a fluke. Now how do we do it again? set these down, and then we'll try it. So initializing world, getting past the crash phase, yes we are. Let's see what we get. Here we go. Okay, get rid of that. Okay, so CM, dump everything, and then tree maple. So we want this, 2, 3, 4, and the tall ones. Okay, so here's number 2. Aha! Moving the wind zone has done it. The wind zone needed to be lower. Alright, we solved it. Wind zone had to be lower. That is now looking better. Let's see on this one. Much better. Perfect. Okay, here's this one. Okay, oh yes, look at that. That is so much nicer. There we go, perfect, we've done it. Okay, now for the tall ones, let's see, just double check. The tall ones, how are they looking? Oh, look at that, so much nicer. It's just gently swaying in the breeze now. Now these ones look like they're moving too much. There you go. Now the vanilla game looks a bit paltry in comparison. This one? Oh yes, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. Perfect now. Look at that, just gently swaying in the breeze. And that's it. Much better. Much better. Goskiller Dog, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Looking at the start of the graphics, it was good. Then about halfway it goes too fast and erratic. Yeah, I think that's it. So yeah, moving the wind zone down helps. So if you move the wind zone higher, it means there's more wind everywhere. Right, so now let's go and place down a few trees and see if we get any Noah references. So let's put down a few. So I can't put them close to each other. So this tree is fine. No issues with that one. Tree 1 is A-okay. No issues with that one. Tree 3. Okay. Oh, hang on. Okay, so tree 3 is still having issues. But it wasn't having issues over here. Oh, no, yes it was. I tell a lie. Tree 3 was having issues. Oh, now they're having issues. Now we're seeing issues. Once I get a few... Once I get a few down... Oh, wow, yeah, they still have issues. Oh, I thought we'd solved it. Oh, I really thought we'd solved it then. Is our good old tree 1 still okay? Our good old tree 1's okay. Yeah, our tree 1 is working okay. That one's fine. Hmm. Well, wait, now it's okay. Okay, this is really weird. Sometimes it's okay, and sometimes it's going a bit too crazy. Like this one. This one is like the dancing tree. I don't know what this one is. That one is tree 03. So 03 is an issue. 03 is the biggest issue now that we have to fix. Because that branch maneuvering is really weird. So that's happening on the lowest. It's happening on the lowest branch. It looks like this tree is like fighting you. Like, you come over to this guy. He's like, ha, hiya, hiya, hiya. I'm gonna fight you. Yeah, that's crazy. Tree 3 is crazy. Hang on. They're all pretty crazy. I thought we'd fix it then. I thought we'd fixed it. Is there a donation? Is there a duration to the swing of the wind? I don't think there is. I don't think there is. I'm not too sure. So how you doing, guys? And we have Anonymous. Welcome to the stream, dude. So I join. Max is failing. What's new? Nothing new. Another day at the office. There you go. There you go. Smoother than a baby's bum, says Ricky. Yeah. So it did work, and then It decided not to work. So what was causing that to work and now not to work? I don't know. Such a tricky one to get right. I still don't know how I did it for the first one. So the first one here. Oh no, this is our first one now, I think. Either this one's going crazy now. Yeah, now even our first one's going crazy. Okay, maybe moving the wind zone further away would do it. I don't know. I honestly don't know. So wind zone, here we go. Hang on a sec. So this is 0.2 turbulence, pulse magnitude. Okay, hang on. So mode is spherical. What is that? What does the spherical one do? Let's kind of play the spherical stuff and see. Yeah, I'm not sure what the spherical one does because you can kind of play it in the animator, but it doesn't really show you that much. Maybe I should just remove the wind zones for now until another time when I want to try and work on it. I don't know because these are pretty easy to set up. So if I, you know what, yeah, we'll just delete the wind zones. Hang on, why don't we look at a tutorial on how to set up wind zones and see. So Unity wind zone. Let's see. So I can't watch a video, so let's see tree wind zones. Here we go. Okay. Wind zone has effect inside the radius and has a fall off from the center towards the edge. That's the entire scene in one direction. Radius is sphere. The primary wind force produces softly changing wind pressure. So wind zones used only by the tree creator for animating leaves and branches. This can help the scenes appear more natural. Okay. Forces within the game to look like they're interacting with the trees. Okay, using wind zones in Unity. Using wind zones in Unity is really simple. First, to create a new wind zone, place a wind zone near the trees created with the tree creator and watch it interact with the trees. If the wind zone is spherical, you should place it so that the trees you want to blow are within the sphere's radius. If the wind zone is directional, it doesn't matter where in the scene you place it. Okay. How powerful the wind should be. So to produce a softly changing general wind. Okay, to create the effect of a helicopter passing by, create the effect of it slowly, do the same with the helicopter but fade the wind main and turbines quickly. Okay, so why don't we try a spherical wind zone? Maybe that'll be fine. Can we get that pig to do what the trees are doing? Or better still, make him fly? That'd be hilarious. The trees are fighting each other! I know, right? Okay, so why don't we delete these wind zones? That's fine. Continue with this. Okay, so let's go and do... So this will break the asset, which is fine. Oh, hang on, that was a bit of a boo-boo going on there. Maple Tool 02. What is going on here? That's probably why things are going wrong, because this guy was like inside another one. Okay, let's go and sort that out. So let's go and remove the wind zones here. So delete all those. Okay, now for each of our trees, so that's the tall one. So yeah, this should probably remove that will remove these from here. So we'll take these out for now. It doesn't matter. So remove those, delete. Okay, still got them over here, which is fine. So we're going to put you down here, bottom. I mean, I kind of want it like on the same level, but okay. Maple tree 01, tool 01. Okay, hang on a second. Let's kind of just do this and make a space down the bottom. Put you there. There you go. That's what I want. And then put you there. Okay, so let's make a wind zone, and then we'll copy it to each of the trees that we want. So that maybe a spherical wind zone will work better, because that way then we don't have to worry so much about its direction, because I think that's what the problem is. So let's go here, We want a 3D object wind zone. Then we want a dimensional spherical. So let's go and set it to 10. And then we'll move it upwards. Okay, so this is now covering the tree. Okay, so pulse magnitude. Okay, so pulse frequency 0.001. So let's go 0.1. Turbulence. Pulse magnitude. So that's 0.25. Okay, so we'll copy this wind zone. And we'll duplicate it. Put you into here. And then put one in here. So we'll put one in each of these. So move the wind zones all down here. The wind zone should not be part of that though, it should be above it. That, and then the wind zone goes into here, above. There we go. And then we'll just rename all these so it just says wind zone. Here we go. Maybe that'll work. So copy all these, then we'll re-export and try that. Okay, there you go. So then all these guys can now be taken out and we can export these again. So, because I don't think the wind zone requires tags, I think that's just as it comes. So let's go and do that. Let's try this now. Maybe this will work. Let's see. Let's rebuild a bundle. I think last shot at this, then we'll move on to something else. So build asset bundle, tree models, save it, and yes. Let's try this. And he says, make a zombie tree that walks and tries to kill you. Best idea ever. A zombie tree. That'd be like an ent, right? That'd be pretty much what that would be. One of those mythical tree creatures that is like pretty much like living wood, or a bow truckle from Harry Potter would be. But yeah, zombie tree would be funny. Just you think it's a regular tree and it just like suddenly turns around and you're like, oh god. We'll have a modeler just called the tree monster. Yeah, I'm still learning how to animate blocks right now. I think doing anything other than that is going to be like crazy. Like entities is a whole other ball game. Like vehicles, you're probably your first foray into it, and then after that, like animals, then zombies is probably the hardest. All right. Let's see then. How are we doing this time? Right. So what's going on this time? Are we gonna go absolutely crazy or? Oh, hang on. Wait. I'm moving around. What's going on this time? Hmm. The trees are moving gently. Ooh. Did I fix it? I think I may have fixed it. I think by George we might have just done it. Okay, right. True test time. Over the river. How do these work? Okay. 1. That's good. Okay, I may need to set the offset of these down a bit, so when trees are on the side, they are different. Whoa, this one is really weird. Whoa, is this rendering in my hand? It is. How is that rendering in my hand? Are you seeing this? This tree is actually rendering in my hand. How did I do that? This tree is rendering in my hand. I'm lifting a tree. That is hilarious. Okay, here's this one. Let's try this one. So yeah, now they're hardly moving, but I'm happy with that. If they're hardly moving, then that's better. At least there's some movement that you can just about see every now and then, which I prefer. Yeah, you can slowly but surely see it moving. Okay, I don't know how I made that one hold in the hand, but that is amazing. 5. That's good. 6. Oh man, yeah, these trees really actually work in this forest biome as well. Like just looking at it from here, like if we come back, those actually naturally fit very well into the forest. Like you almost don't notice it, which is really cool. I see Games screaming already when he meets one. Was it a small tree and changing the wind board to somehow change the overall size? I think it could have been that, yeah. It could have been something like that. But again, really not sure. But this is much better now. Yeah, still there's issues with this one. This is the first large one. This one has issues with the leaves here. They are kind of coming off at weird angles like that. So I'm going to have to sort that. Yeah, going to have to sort that just a bit. But other than that, that's pretty cool. So this is like the new stuff in the forest. And then we've got we got all the rocks and stuff as well, which are going to add to it as well. But yeah, they actually fit really nicely into the forest biome. Especially this one. This is like a leaning tree. You don't really see many leaning trees in 7 days, but you do in this. You do here. It looks really nice. It's nice to see like a big old leaning tree. That's different. You know, you don't see that. So usually it's just like one block space. That's it. But nope, these ones are nice leaning ones. So you got some nice tall forest trees. Definitely want to do some like canopy trees as well. Have like a canopy forest. I think that'd be really cool. Well, actually, your character is super strong. I know, right? Yeah, I don't know how I made this one hold in the hand. Yeah, so game mode has an undefined tag. So how the hell did that end up being holdable? I don't know. I really don't know. What did I do with that? So I've done something. I've done something with it, but I don't know what I did. So that's trio 2. If I somehow change the tag on this, layer default, no raycast. Let's see. Tree Maple 02. No, I have no idea how I made that hold in the player's hand. That's something that I've not a clue. Prefab. Select. Okay, hang on. Let's go and undo that. So trio 2. Okay, come back from whatever that was doing. Hey, so yeah, trio 2. Was it trio? Yeah, one of these trees I just somehow could hold in my hand. I don't know how I did that. That is amazing. Causes issues, but TDK, that's untagged. Yeah, wind zones are untagged, which I think is fine. Yeah, how I did that, I don't know. So, but surely takes over you to become a red NMX tree. There you go. So let's see. So it's actually a zombie tree parasite that attaches to your hand. Could be cool. But yeah, that's fine. I'm not too worried about it as long as it doesn't do anything when it's in the world and you just like walking around it. That's okay. So yeah, I think that's fine. It's a weird issue. I had to look into that, like why the hell it holds in your hand. To add a must have added a funny tag somewhere in there that kind of causes some issues. But yeah, there's our wind zone, and it looks like we got that pretty much dead on, which is pretty nice. Okay, so that's fine. So let's go to the asset store and let's look at some other tree textures. So let's thing load. Right, so we're going to search for assets, and we should do. Let's see, essentials. We don't need like essentials or anything like that. Let's see. So we want to do publisher. Right, so pricing, we want free only. So I don't have any money to be spending on Unity assets. So that's fine. So platform game assets is fine. Right. So we want to do essentials, templates, tools, popularity 1 2 5 9 3 1. So why don't we find what's it essentials here? Processing stack, text mesh, machine, particle packs. Let's see. What is this? Book of the Dead Environment. Oh, what's this? Let's have a look. So contains an extended version of the environment that is shown in our Book of the Dead trailer. So what does this come with? Guessing this comes with trees and stuff. Yeah, this comes with its own trees. Nice, which probably means it comes with its own tree textures, rocks and things. That's pretty cool. Oh, when it comes to these could be perfect for the forest biome. Let's actually take this. Let's actually take this and download it. We'll download that guy. Because then we could go ahead and add those to our project somehow. Because yeah, some of these would be really nice. Can we use like search for materials? Okay, so 80 materials. And I want free ones. Pricing. Free. There you go. What kind of materials? We have ice materials. Concrete materials, light. Ground materials. Snow materials. So that's the ground materials there. We got measured materials. Do we have... Okay, we have concrete ones. Bark materials, that's what I want. So let's grab that one. So let's download this guy. We'll import that so we can make some different trees. Zamplings instead of saplings. Nice. I like that. So yeah, this one's going to take a while to download. So that's fine. We'll leave that. We'll leave that going. Hopefully I can navigate. Can I navigate away from this page and let it do its thing, or will it stop downloading? I don't know. Hang on. Let me go back. Is it still downloading, or did it stop? Okay, yeah, it still goes. Okay, that's fine. So there's the bark materials. What other ones have we got? Pavement materials, wooden metals, nice. Sand. So I want like leaves and stuff. Stone, nature. Okay, next, let's see what other materials we can get. City. Yeah, I want some more leaves and stuff that we could use. Bark materials. Man-made materials. Pills. Maybe I search for leaves. Would be pretty good. So there's like wood ones, wooden floor ones. I could like get a load of these and make them like paintable assets. Realistic grass. Grids and nets. What else we got? Seamless wall texture, decals, ground. So lots of ground materials. Skyboxes. Dungeon stone textures, that's really nice. Okay, let's just type in leaves. Let's see. Military pack. Okay, material sample volume 1. Trunk shader. Hang on a sec. What's this one? What does this come with? So this one is this free? Yeah, this one's free. So what materials does it come with? Oh, it's only 12,000 here. That's like hardly any. Materials. What we have? Dead leaves. Okay, I said ground. Pebbles. Yes, there's lots of these like dead materials as well. And yes, zombie babies. Yes. Can you blow up inside those things, Max? Make weird alien-like trees and stumps. I'm not sure. Weird alien, but yeah, I think you can make like weird alien things. Don't think that'd be a problem. Okay, I'm still under 3, right? Looks like I am, but there are no forest vision light. What do we have in this one? Forest vision light. Add a new tag right now. No. So what does this come with? Number of files 32. Let's go and preview what these have. Forest vision. Source. Branches. Branch 1.prefab. What's that? Branch 9 prefabs. Oh, okay, so this has its own branches and stuff, which could actually be pretty cool for like going on the ground. Because you know, forests have fallen branches everywhere. Branch 9A. What's the difference between that one and that one? Not much. Textures. Branches. Trunks. So there's the TGAs. The PNGs as well. Large branch normal. Okay, so that's the normal maps for it. Okay, so that doesn't really have too much. Because I need to find like some pink. Okay, let's look for petals. Because you guys are on about so petal particles. Definitely don't want those. Yeah, these are not free. They're not. They must be free. Let's see. Pricing free. Free assets. We only got 7, so I don't think we're gonna see anything in here. 1 low poly. No. Well, I could maybe make my own materials. That could be something. Maybe I do that. Make my own material. Yeah, we could do our own leaves. That'd work. So he goes, don't forget to smash that lemon like you smash a future girl in the face. Thanks so much, dude. You can make like the carvings of the trees with secret messages. Could do that. Or as a prefab, you have like a tree with like some signs on it and stuff like that. It could be pretty cool. Like turn back, turn back. Could be pretty funny. Now I see some cool things we could do. Okay, see, I want to get the tree branches in here. So let's go to my assets again. See what I managed to get. So that's the bark materials. That's still downloading. Because it is still downloading. But this is the other ones I had, like some bushes and stuff. Oh, maybe the bushes would have one. Let's import this. And that will give me prefabs. Bush 01 material. Okay, yeah, let's do that. So that's under bushes. Import. That'll come into one of these somewhere. Let's see. Tree one textures. Okay, packages. What's under packages? Here we go. Anything under here? Oh, open that up so I can see. Community package manager. Where's the bush under terrain? Dead tree textures, material, diffuse. Nope, it's not under that. Standard assets. Scenes, nothing over there. Rocks and boulders, meshes. Bushes, here we go. Bush 01. So materials, what materials have we got in here? Oh yeah, we got some leaf materials here. So we can use those. Put like a tree with a twisted stick. Against it with a wizard face carved into it and a sign that says, "You shall not pass. We are watching you." That'd be cool. That'd be cool. You shall not pass. Okay, but yeah, I definitely want to look at these bark materials because that'd be pretty good. We can make a special type of tree. Yeah, we're gonna do our special type of tree now, and then we'll add the materials to it as we find it. So let's go back to this, and then we're going to select all these and hide them all. There we go. Right. So let's go ahead and duplicate this. Nope, I deleted it. I wanted to duplicate it. There we go. And it's going to be called Wolfie Tree. Okay. And it's going to be called... Ah, hang on. I spelled Maple Tall. It's got a missing asset. Okay, that's better. Gotta make sure I spell these things right. So Wolfie Tree. This one we can delete. Okay, so now we can enable this one in the view. There's our collision box. Okay, so then we're going to go to new 3D object and a tree. So that is now here. And that's going to be tree, Wolfie Tree. There we go. And then we're going to make a Wolfie Tree. Can you glow and have a green fog around them? I think it's possible to add particle effects around things. We'll have to look at that actually. That might be possible. If so, that's going to be hilarious if we can do that. Let's see what we can do here. So tree, Wolfie Tree. We have to first of all set the tags to... Let's see. T deco. There we go. Let's do that. Right, so this tree, here we go. Let's set this up. So the Wolfie Tree, we are going to... So what does frequency? That increases the number of branches you have around, doesn't it? Yeah. So the roots here, we can go ahead and have the area spread to like nothing. And then this one. So what happens if I do now the frequency? Does it all go in the middle? Yes, it does. Okay, so then we can do growth angle. Yeah, this is how you could make this is how you can make all kinds of cool things. Like, say if you just wanted to have, say if you literally just wanted to have like a tree coming from the ground like that, you can do that with this. Distribution, alternate. There you go. That's more like a stag tree. Okay, this one. That doesn't really do too much. Opposite, that'll do like a group of 4 or 3, I think. Yeah, so you can do things like this. Because then what you can do is you can do a tree like turn on the frequency a little bit and have it as the world one again. Let's take off the growth scale so they're all the same length. Then set the angle down some more. Turn the length up. This will be like a huge multi-block tree. Well, it's gonna be like 10 blocks by 10 blocks or something. It's gonna be pretty big. But let's see. So we can do this, and then we can then do go to the sun, and then increase the crinkliness a bit to turn it down. Okay, so we can do something like this, because then this could be like a wide trunk kind of thing. So then we can set the radius down a little. Okay, so growth angle. Still want it wider. Okay. Okay. Oh, we're decrypting some packages. Here we go. You drop green. It says make fruits that glow off it like a shape like walls, and when eaten makes you glow in the dark or something stupid like that. That'd be funny. Could you glow and have a green fog? Yeah, we could do something like that. We'd have to get like some different assets and stuff into it. Okay, so let's do this for a sec. I'm just trying to work out how I want this to do. So that's all those assets imported. So seek sun. We can do. So that makes it like flat, but we kind of want it to go up like this. with less crinkle. See, that's less crinkle. Oh, that kind of looks pretty neat. It's a growth angle. Yeah, it's a little bit of crinkle, not too much, just a tiny bit, just to make it look more natural at least. And then the lengths can be all the same for now. And then we'll have the random variants on the top. Okay, so that works for there. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be a unique tree, I think. Right, it's gonna be relatively unique. I think it's gonna be pretty cool. So in this guy then, let's see. I want to change this to use wall step. So you can do it 4. That's 3, 4. So it's got to be an even number because my number likes even numbers. 12. What does that do? Oh, hang on. That separates it out into like little subdivisions. Okay, that's cool. There we go. How's that look? And then we can adjust the 12 a bit so that it spaces more evenly. There we go. That's now more evenly spaced. Okay, we'll have this as the start of our tree. This looks pretty cool. That's supposed to be a tree because right now it looks like an octopus. It does a little bit actually, but yeah, it's these are the branches of the tree. So we'll see what we're going to do in a sec. So we'll go back to here and we're going to add another branch here. So we're going to add a branch. This is one that's going to be very tall because I got a cool idea for this. So let's go and do grid scale. Where's my length here? This one's going to be pretty damn tall. Yeah, it's going to be a very tall kind of tree. And then we'll have less crinkle, just slightly. A bit of seek sun. Actually, if we have more crinkle like this and seek sun, this could make it weird. Kind of looks like a weird kind of. That looks really weird. Let's make it length short. I like it, but then again, it still kind of looks funny. So make it a little bit less. Yeah, less lengthwise. Maybe length to like here or something. And again, that's going to be that one. Okay, here we go. This is looking good. My message got an order to Eddie. Says I don't know him now. Says anyone has a question for you. Hang on, Eddie. So Eddie was saying, I just started making my first game on Unity, and I'm still somewhat experienced, considering me and my friend working on it are only 14. Also, it's complicated. Like how? Well, I'm pretty much very new to Unity as well, so I couldn't honestly tell you. I'm just like following YouTube tutorials. That's pretty much how I'm learning is through YouTube. Is the main? I'm not gonna lie. That's like my source of all info on how I do things is YouTube. It's how I do it. And that's pretty much all I can tell you because YouTube does have a whole plethora of awesomeness. So I recommend if you're looking to get into like Unity modding and stuff like that, or to making your own game, there is a bunch of free stuff on Unity as well. Unity has their own guidelines on what to do, so that could be a good place to start as well. Because I know when you download Unity, they have some pre-made games and stuff as well. Muggy Sword, welcome to the stream, dude. How you doing? Thank you so much for coming along. Okay, so Maggie says, Max, how are you? I'm doing very well, thank you, dude. How are you doing? Thanks so much for popping in. Okay, so this guy, flare radius. Let's increase that a little. And let's have flare noise a bit less, flare height. Go up. Okay, so yeah, this is our tree so far. It's gonna be a very weird tree. Not gonna lie, it's gonna be really fucking odd. Okay, so then what we want to do is add new branch up here. And let's go and add a lot of them. So this one's going to be walled at the top. And then the distribution for these is going to look like if we do this, I think it will. So that makes it kind of go more to the bottom. Yeah, so that pushes it more to the bottom. I want it more to the top. Like this. Okay, if I do this, that'll put it more to the top. And that'll push it more to the top like that. That's what I want. So like that. Because at the top, that's where we're going to have some additional stuff. So then we are going to increase the frequency of these. Increase the length a little bit. And then make them all point up. So then we're going to do seek sun. Like this. So that's going to be like a kind of a weird tree at the top. Kind of how I want to do this. Okay, so there's that one. And then these branches here are going to have the same kind of thing. Let's see. It says if I made a controller, a shooting system, and encounter system with about 5 different enemy types with all their attacks, the game is supposed to be a 3D bullet hell. Oh, nice. That sounds pretty cool. We're making new weird-looking tree types. Yep, that's pretty much what we're doing. We're making the Wolfie tree. Based, of course, for Madame Wolfie. Right, so this guy we want to set to 4, I think, to keep that in keeping with what's below it. There you go. But yeah, new tree types and things is kind of what I'm working on. Like, this is just a random fun tree that we're going to work on. So length, we can take down a bit, and then the angle, we want to angle up, like that. Okay. Okay, so then on these branches, oh, I hid that middle one. I didn't want to do that. Okay, so on this branch here, we are going to add leaves directly. So it's going to make a leaf package like that, and then we're going to just add a load of them, and then orient them towards the top. So this is going to be opposites, and then we'll put them towards the top of the tree. So doing this, we'll move them up. I kind of need it more extreme than that. That's less extreme. I wanted more extreme. Like, can I move this down more? There we go. So you can move those up like that. And then on this set of branches, we're going to have another set. Bear with me. And let's see. So this guy, we can do another set of branches here. It's going to be one complex tree, guys. Telling you that for nothing. So we can do frequency. Probably not that much, like this much. We don't want it too much because it multiplies. And then this is going to be alternate. Kind of zoom in on this just so I can get a bit of a better idea what this is like. Okay. And then growth angle we're going to adjust. So these come out like this. Kind of go along the branches here. Growth scale is all good. Load multiplier. Geometry branch only. Length we're going to shorten it a little. And then seek sun, of course. Always want to be doing that. Then each of these trees have some nice little branches. We can probably increase the frequency a little bit. And then change that to opposite. What's that like? Okay, that looks pretty cool. And then we'll add leaves to those branches. So finally we'll add leaves section to these, which is going to have a lot of leaves on the top of this, I think. Can we add one? There we go. Add leaves to that. And of course we want to put those to wall as well. And then you guys will be tricross. And then we'll increase the frequency somewhat. Not too much, just enough. There we go. Okay, let's have a look at see what that looks like so far. So this is what our Wolfie tree is going to look like. It's going to be a very huge tree. Also, the bot said you have blind in one eye. Is that true? Yes, it is. It looks like an octopus mixed with a toilet brush. It does a little bit. Kind of looks like a weird flower kind of thing as well. Okay, so now let's look at some of these new materials that we got. Wherever that went into. Shipping, rocks, bush 01. False legs. Okay, hang on a sec. So materials. So what happens if we add materials for that? Has some red leaves. That has blue leaves and flowers. Okay, that one's pretty nice. Materials. This one. Materials. Okay, so let's have a look at this material here. Can we adjust the color? We go to stand. Oh yeah, here we go. Base tinting. We should be able to turn that into like a different color. So if we had if we went for the pink side of things, can we change its color? Kind of, but it doesn't override it. But then we can do alpha cutoff and maybe change it like that. I'm not sure. No, it doesn't really do anything. Render queue. See, that decides the alpha cutoff. I kind of wanted to see if I can make them pink like that, but it doesn't look like you can, unless the leaves are grey. But yeah, I'm not sure on that one. Let's do a light pink. That just makes the leaves go dark. Because that's kind of what I want to try and do, is like some kind of material, and then turn it pink. So that'd be pretty cool. Okay, so rocks and so can I import those trees now from the asset store? These bark textures. This one, which one finished downloading? Bark materials. Did that one not download? I swear that one was meant to have downloaded by now. PBR bark materials. Okay, that one was meant to have downloaded, but it did not. There we go. He says, can it have a fruit pod on the base? Potentially, if we had some like spheres and stuff as fruits, it could have like a fruit pod, I guess. Something like that on the base. I'd need to like make actual fruit and stuff in Blender because I don't have I do not have access to that. Standard assets. There's nothing much in standard assets. Okay, that sucks. Okay, so I guess we'll go with a basic bark material for now. Some basic leaves just to see how it looks. So tree one textures. Hang on a second, because there was a couple of other textures in here that we could use. Okay, so diffuse, textures. Terrain trees, dead tree texture. Diffuse, shadow, materials. What have we got in here? That's the bark, isn't it? Yeah. First person. Okay, why don't we try and add a leaf material on here, see what actually comes up. Then we can adjust. So let's go and see what we got on this guy. So for leaves, what if we did add that one? What's that one like? I don't know. Let's double click it and see, did it do anything? No, hang on. We have the material does not use a tree shader. Tree shader is fast. Yeah, apply. See what happens. Let's see what came out of that. Let's kind of go upwards and see what it did. Oh, actually, that's got purple flowers on it. I like that. Purple flowers on the top. Yes, we'll use that. So frequency can go up a little bit. And we can make the size probably a bit bigger as well. So it could be a flowering tree at the top. All hail the great wolfy tree. There we go. She wanted it to spawn in the snow. Oh, that's an issue though. That's how the flowers are just like floating, which is an issue. Let's see. Size per particular line. We're going to set it like horizontal line, perpendicular line. Yeah, see these actually float. Yeah, these flowers actually float, which is a bit of a problem. Okay, that's an issue. It looks pretty cool. Because well, I'm gonna go to bed so I can get up and do more packing. No worries, dude. Hopefully everything goes well. Hope to see you very soon. Bye for now, dude. Okay, so that leaf texture is not gonna work. It's worth a shot though. Okay, hang on a second. Bush 03 dot mat. Okay, so yeah, this one's not gonna work. Let's try using another. So that's Bush 03. What other textures do we have? Leaf 2? What does this one look like? Ooh, they look interesting. Leaf 2. So that should probably be billboard. Let's adjust that and see what it looks like. Well, this one looks weird. That's a kind of a low definition leaf as well. So I'm just going to do that and lower the size. Let's see. How's that looking? A little bit weird as half it's floating. Okay, I will have to adjust the radius of the top branch here. Oh, my top branch is not even showing up. Hang on. That could be a thing. No, they're visible. Okay, so this one needs a wider radius too. Radius. Okay. So yeah, it seems that the radius of these ones is not good. But yeah, that's pretty funny as well. Got some like weird leaves on the top. Blind he is, says Ellie. I am. So he says, Max, bye Ellie, if you're heading off as well, thank you so much for coming along. Hopefully we'll see you very soon as well. Okay. So, yeah, I'm just trying to see what we can do here. Just for funsies. Does that thing download from the asset store yet? I hope it did. Downloading 50%. Set to the archive. So yeah, this one's downloading, which is nice. Wind zones. Yeah, this tree is going to be like a tricky one to make. I've got an idea of how I want it to look, but it's kind of getting it to work. It's tricky. Yeah, those leaves just aren't that great. Those leaves just aren't that great. So size. So what I want to find is where those other leaves are. This one. Materials. Here we go. Kind 80, 82, and 83. Okay. Let's go for create new material. So let's make a new material. And we're going to call that one leaves pink. And then for this guy, rendering mode is transparent, I guess. I think that's what it's going to be. And then we need to add a texture to it, right? Metallic alpha. Cutout. What does that do? Transparent. So yeah, how do we apply texture to this guy? Do we just grab you and apply it into here somewhere? Do I apply it directly onto you? That's a bundle none. Let's see where I apply the texture to this. Metallic alpha, UVO. Okay, so that's the thing I need to do. How to apply texture to a material. Shader is standard. Standard roughness setup. Standard. Yeah, we just want the standard shader. Secondary maps. Needs pink. Let's see. Let's see. Source, metallic alpha. Emission. I don't know what that does. Baked tiling offset. So yeah, this is where. Oh, okay. Yeah, you have this guy. This is it. You set it into here. So you would have. Where would it be? Diffuse. This one. Is fade. I guess that's the one. Maybe fade is how it's done, or cutout. Okay, so that's where you have it from there. Normal map doesn't matter. Height map doesn't matter. So there we go. We managed to go and get those in. So this one. Oop, my mouse is frozen. Here we go. Can I open this in Paint.net and edit that? Yes, we can. Here we go. We can edit this. So image. Okay, so this is the .tga image. So let's go adjustments, hue and saturation. Let's change these to like a pinker color. Like that, and then brighten it to pink, which I think will work. There you go, so we can have some pink coloured leaves there. Okay, so we'll make some pink leaves for the Metamorphy tree. And then file, save as. Clone83 pink.tga. There we go, we can use that. So give that one the OK. And then from there we should be able to do that. What we want. Change the transparent to everyone. Yeah, I'll have a look at that. Elliot says has a challenge for you. A challenge says make sure he sees the message so he can get paid. Let's see. So it says, alright, I'm gonna go the name of the game on Scratch that I'm basing my new game off of. It is Squirrels versus Cover. If you want to play it, you can beat the game, let me know, and I'll donate $100. I'll donate you $100. Just kidding. Alright. Okay, PM that to me, just so I remember. Okay, adjustments, brightness, contrast. Let's make sure I kind of increase both. Just so you get a bit of the contrast of the pink. There we go, and save that. Because then I can add the pink layer to it. Well, we can have pink leaves, that'll be good. Okay, so let's try that. So back into Unity, we now have Klein83 pink. So maybe we'll use that instead. So our material, so leaves pink. now requires client 83 pink as the material instead. And that way we now have pink leaves, which is awesome. So now I should be able to drag this material onto here. So if I go to here now, I can now go and do, where is it? This one. Then grab this, apply you to there, leaves pink, and apply it. See what happens. Do we get pink leaves? Yes, we get pink leaves. Look at that. We have pink leaves on the tree. Perfect. That's what I want. So pink leaves looking awesome there. And we can increase the size if we want to a bit. Geometry mode. So main size. If we increase those, we can increase it to huge. We don't want it that big. We kind of want it like, because increasing size kind of pushes it off from the center a bit. There you go. So we can now increase that to this size, and then we have to come up with something for those leaves as well. We could use the pink leaves for there as well, because that would work as well. Just for now, just while we come up with something else. So pink leaves for this one. There we go. And then we'll set those to be try, and then increase the size. So growth size. Go on, let me drag it. Come here. There you go. Got it. Okay, how's that looking? There you go. That's looking pretty cool. All right, so there's the wolfie tree so far, and then we just have to come up with a bark texture for it. So we could do that pretty easily. Let's take the. Let's see which bark texture we want for this. Did this other one download now? Did you finally finish? Yes, you did. Import. So we'll import all these guys, and then we'll put that somewhere. I'll DM it to him later when I can get on, because for some reason it won't let me on mobile. Do you know how to on mobile? Go for go through Discord. If it's not, if that link isn't working, I think. Oh yeah, that Discord link doesn't work. I still need to update that. It's been something I've been meaning to do for ages. So that's under PvP bark materials. Okay, so import a lot of that, and let that run. I got lots and lots of different bark materials here. It's actually pretty nice. Okay. Oh man, yeah, this is a big bark 13 height. Oh, they have diffusion and heights as well. That's good. Ambient occlusions. Okay. Diffuse, normal. Ambient, diffuse. Okay, specular. Okay. Oh wow, there's lots of different ones in here. So I think we have like 16 different barks as well. So there's no, I mean, I can't message you on mobile. I joined the server, but I couldn't select your profile to message you. Just do it at Max Fox and put it in the challenges for Max section, and then you can do it there. If for some reason it's not, you might have to friend me first before it will let messages through. So check, because I think that might be what it is. Okay, there we go. Nice. So now we should have it all in here now. PBR bark materials. Okay, so materials. What do we have? Bark 1. So bark 16. Okay, so we should be able to try some of these bark materials, because some of them are kind of weird and some of them are kind of cool. So I think I kind of like this guy. So let's try this. Okay, so let's go to this guy. Bark 15. Yeah, bark 15 I quite like. What else have we got? Bark 14 as well. I like that too. Let's try that. Bark 14. And we use that for this. And yes, apply. Okay, so I'm gonna apply it. Yep, I'll apply it, and then we can keep using that. So bark 14, we can keep going with that one. So you can go there. See how it's gonna look. Hopefully this is gonna look pretty cool. Oh, I need to actually see it. That'd be something. There we go. And then this one, we want to use bark 14 again. And then for this one, we'll use bark 14 again. Okay. And material, bark 14. How's that look once it's all said and done? I think that looks like a pretty cool. It's a pretty cool looking tree there. I like it. However, there's one problem. The bark needs to be pinker. So, materials, textures, bark 14. I think it was that. Bark 14. No, bark. Which one was it? I think it was 14. Height map. Okay, so let's have a look here. Because I want to see. Actually, no, we can recolor the materials, right? So if I go into the material, so we should be able to do that. So bark, yeah, bark 14 we can recolor, I think. So shininess, probably reduce that a little. Because yeah, that makes it like super, has like a weird kind of shine to it when you do that. It's okay though. So we could try coloring it. Let's go the pink way. And try it like here. Maybe that'll do something? I don't know. It's done nothing. Okay, so why did that not change anything? So yeah, bark 14 is now that color that I want. So why on the tree is that not showing? Oh, probably because it was pre-baked, right? So we probably have to redo that. Oh, here we go. That did it. And now we have a pink barked tree. I like it. Okay, so let's make the pink less pronounced though, because that's quite heavy. I just want the pink to be slight. There we go. Then let that apply the changes. And that should be pretty much everything done. Oh, it worked. Not the overall colour. That's the shiniest, that's not the overall colour. Okay, let's see if that works. I think it's just going to process it for every branch. Let's see, so yeah, that should now work for this guy. So we just have to let it roll. That's better. Now it's not so now it's not so pink. Okay, let's add the Wolfie tree into the game then. So there's the tree, Wolfie tree. We need to set a bounding box on this as well. Currently the bounding box is kind of like here, so I can still walk through the I can still walk like through the branches. So I think I need to add some colliders to it. Just a few. Oh man, I'm gonna have to add a lot of colliders to this. So let's add another capsule collider. So physics, capsule collider. And this one has a radius of 2, 3. else. Okay, now I know where it is. 2 has a radius of 1, height of 3, height of 4. There we go. So I kind of need to stop the character walking through it. Because that's the only problem with these kind of trees, like adding the right collider. Actually, no, I could just add a mesh collider for this, which should work, theoretically. So let's go ahead and mesh renderer, add component, collider, box collider, mesh collider. There you go, we'll just add that. Because that then should stop me from walking into it. I think. So we'll try that. Now, I don't know if this is going to override my ability to chop down the tree. It could very well do that. So let's turn off this capsule collider. And let's export this tree. So 7 days mods. Wolfie tree can be exported to like right here. And then we're going to go and rebuild the asset bundle without this guy. Build asset bundle from selection. Put that to trees. Save. Yes. So let's see if this works. Just mesh it. Yeah, don't. And it says, don't ignore me again. Says the game is quite goofy, so it's anything serious. Alright, that's pretty good. Because someone owns everything. Says, I don't know if any of the stuff is copyright though, so it's the music and sound effects. Well, if it's from the asset store, it should be fine to use. Okay. That's an ominous looking tree, but it's pretty cool. You probably find this in the wasteland biome, or maybe the snow. Metamorph said the snow, but kind of think the wasteland biome would be pretty awesome for that. Okay, so yeah, mesh collider should work for that. So now we need to go to our XMLs and add that. So let's go and find. So it's just called Wolfie Tree. Okay. So let's go and add this one here. Special trees. Okay. Block name equals tree special master or tree special base. And then we're going to do all this stuff. So let's grab this. First names extends tree master player mtree word full. That's going to have the highest amount of health. Resources are going to be, so wood will give you, so 30, it's going to be like 500 because it's a special one. Assets collision, big decoration, and this is like 20 blocks high, something like that. I'll put it to 10. So 110, 1. And then block name equals tree Wolfie block. And then property name equals extends. Value equals tree special base. And then property name equals material. No, property name is going to be what's the name of the property here? Just model. Yeah, and then we can copy this lot. Okay, well, why don't I just copy this line? Might be easier. So then we want to do property name equals model. Mouse folder tree. That's just called Wolfie tree. Okay, let's see if that works. So Ellie says, maybe that'd be a good video series called Challenge Me, where we send you challenges and you do them. I'd be honored to be the person who influenced this idea. We could do this. In the snow, it'll stand out more nice. Also, can have a silver special type for the snow, and this one for everywhere else. Could do, yeah. That could be a good thing as well. Yeah, I quite like that idea. But yeah, challenge series are always fun, so I'm always up for that. Okay, so let's go to where are we going? This one, DMT tool. Build the mod. Now let's see if our Wolfie tree works. I wonder if this will be held in the hand as well. That'd be funny. I could probably use it as a POI or something even. Play. Okay. Hopefully this is going to work. Continue. I don't know if we'll be able to interact with the Wolfie tree, but in a way though, that'd be pretty cool if you can't interact with it. You can collide with it, but you can't interact. So it's undestroyable. And the block below it will be bedrock. So the blocks below it all the way down to bedrock is just bedrock, so you can never destroy it. That could be pretty cool. Yeah, it grows only on bedrock. It says, yeah, it'll be on YouTube. Indeed. So maybe that'd be good videos. So yeah, that'd be cool. Okay. So that's me still holding this random tree in the hand. Okay. Let's go CM. Okay. Wolfie. There we go. We have it. Okay, this thing's gonna be like gargantuanly huge, isn't it? Okay, so let's put this in the world. Let's have that. Oh boy. That is the Wolfie tree. Actually looks pretty good out here. Well, there we go. We now have a Wolfie tree. That'd actually be pretty cool if it spawns in the forest every now and then. So yeah, still needs to sort the wind on the leaves, but that seems pretty good. Big tall tree. A very interesting tree. I'm not gonna lie, that's a very interesting looking tree. It's not as tall as some of the other trees, but still, it's like a big one that you can find. So that's pretty cool. So like the real Wolfie. So and it says, wow, pretty. Well, that's like the real Wolfie. Very pretty. Okay, so let's go and try it in different biomes. So let's see. What's it like? Oh, if I could actually get into DM. What's it like in the snow biome? Let's go in to the world there. So what does the Wolfie tree look like in the snow? Let's see. So can we put it like here? What does it look like in the snow? Oh, model reference issue, but that's what it looks like in the snow biome. That looks pretty nice in the snow biome. And it's like partially in the ground. So can we actually interact with this thing? So looks like the colliders are a little bit. Oh wait, no, I'm in debug, so of course I can go through it. Yes, we can collide with it. Oh, we can punch it. Nice. You get a lot of wood from this tree, as you can see. Just from punching it, you get tons. So yes, you can. Okay, let's chop it down just to see what its destroyed animation looks like. I just want to see like, oh, so let's chop it with the golden axe. Hang on. How much does this do? Oh, I definitely need to give this a damage bonus to wood. Like this should be like super good against wood or something. Because that's from the melee mod. That's pretty bad for block damage. Honestly, that should have a huge block damage. What about this one? Yeah, these axes need to do more damage to wood. So yeah, I need to adjust those. That's fine. What about a worn hand axe? Oh wow, you shot really fast with this. I like it. Look at that. You get tons of wood from this. Nice. And that uses hardly any stamina as well. That's a good little tool. That's a good little tool. Max gets wood from the Wolfie tree. This is very true, Ricky. Stop it. What is it? Well, how about the salvage axe? How does that do? That'll give you like no return on resources, but this is designed to be a looting tool, so. So when it falls, what happens? Okay, just like falls as a normal tree, and then just disappears. Okay, so yeah, I get wood from the wolfie tree, guys. That's the thing. Collect one hand axe, salvage axe. Okay. So yeah, it's so weird that one of these holds in the hand. So get rid of those. But yeah, the wolfie tree works pretty damn well. Actually fits pretty well within the game world size as well. I thought it was going to be like taller than that, but I'm happy with that. And actually, that looks really nice in the snow biome. That looks really, really nice in the snow biome, actually. I'm not going to lie, that fits pretty well. The leaves seem to be just fine. I need to work on the wind mesh on the leaves, but I think other than that, it's pretty good. It says, yeah, Max gets wood from the whoopee tree. There we go. So we can do that. So yeah, it does fall. Wait, where'd I go? Oh, you can like teleport up to the mountaintops from here. Oh god, I'm about to break my leg then. But yeah, can you see the wolfie tree from like a distance? Let's see. If I put one down, what's its distant? Um, what's its distant lods like? Interesting to see. Does it render in the distance? I wonder if distant trees actually render. Let's see. It looks like it does. Yeah, so that's friggin' awesome. Yeah, it looks like it does. Oh wow, you can see that from miles off. Yeah, that looks friggin' amazing. Stands out as well in the snow biome. So yeah, wolfie tree for a snow biome exclusive potentially. I think could be a pretty cool thing. So, oh, is this the house of that random dungeon area? You come out in the kind of the garage section. So I remember there was some kind of house with a dungeon. Just wondering if this is the same one. Hang on. Just like explore this house real quick. Was this the one with the same dungeon area and that had like? Oh, no, this is the mine. This the one with the mining? Oh, so it is. Yeah, this is the house of the mining. Oh, okay. So this house is like nothing great. Nothing untoward. It's one we've all seen before. Yeah, that's pretty cool that you can find like pretty cool you find that house up on top of the hill there. I quite like that they've added things like that. But yeah, the wolfie tree you can now see from miles away. So there it is. You can see it sticking out like a sore thumb. It's very cool. So it works well. Yeah, it does. It works very very nicely. Makes me happy, and hopefully will make Metamorphy very happy too. She now has her own tree in the game, which is pretty nice. So she's probably, I think she might be asleep right now, so probably should be talking a little bit more quietly. But you know, that's just that's fine. But yeah, I think actually now that we've got that working, we are at a pretty good point to go and end off the stream. So I'm probably going to go ahead and end it here, guys. But yeah, this is what we've got so far for the Wolfie tree. I'm sure she'll want some changes done to it as well, so I'm sure there'll be a couple of things we can do. But yeah, the colliders seem to work very well on this. Can I actually like punch this bit? No, so I can't mine it from here. I have to go to the middle collider, but that works absolutely fine. I'm glad we got the mesh collider, and that works awesomely. So yeah, that looks pretty cool. And you can kind of like stand in the middle and look up and see. Oh, that actually looks really awesome. You know what? We're gonna have to make a POI based around the Wolfie tree. It's gonna have to be done. Gonna have to be like I don't know, the Wolfie temple or something like that, and then have this tree as the main attraction. It's pretty cool. Um, so, and he says, I just told my friend I was working, who I was working with, and he flipped out that we might, and he flipped out that we might be on YouTube. Well, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, if you like send me the game, I'm sure I can go ahead and give that a bit of a go and see how it is. If it's like a shooting game, I'm sure I'll be okay, kinda. Maybe, but yeah, we'll see. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, Wolfie POI. They're pretty cool. But yeah, I think I need to. Actually, I don't think I need to raise that. I'm kind of happy like seeing these coming out the ground. I think that's actually really nice seeing it all coming out of the ground there. And we have a very nice looking tree with the new bark material as well. How does the bark look close up? I'm just kind of trying to see how it's close up. It's not too bad close up. It's a little bit too shiny, but then again, it's the whoopee tree. It's going to be shiny. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. We did good today, guys. We did good. So, I think on that note, we're gonna go ahead and end off the stream. So we're gonna kind of have the whoopee tree in the sunlight right here. Or why don't we? Wait, where the hell did I end up now? There it is. Okay, so we'll back up from it just so we can see. Let's go over by the lake so we can kind of see it in the distance. See, just bask in the majesty of its awesome sauceness. There you go, guys. So I think we're a pretty good point to go ahead and end off as well. So it says, "Will do. I'll talk to you on Discord sometime." All right, dude. No worries. So thank you guys so much for coming along, and I will see you guys in the next one. So until then, bye.